It is official that conversations around the legal battle of Nnamdi KANU are once again dominating the political space. And many people are asking one big question. Has the Supreme Court truly set him free? And are the political tables turning overnight? Let us go straight into what is happening, what it means, and why emotions are rising across the country. As it stands, there is no confirmed Supreme Court judgment that has suddenly released him. However, the discussions, the appeals, and the legal arguments happening around his case are strong enough to shake the political atmosphere. That is why you are seeing bold headlines and strong reactions everywhere. Please make sure you like this video and subscribe to this channel because we are breaking everything down in clear and simple English so everyone can understand what is going on. For many Nigerians, this case is not just about one individual. It has become a symbol of deeper issues: justice, national unity, freedom of expression, and how the law should be applied. His supporters believe he is standing for self-determination and fairness. Others believe the government must protect national stability and enforce the law. These two strong positions are what make this story very powerful. Remember that in 2022, the Court of Appeal had discharged and acquitted him based on issues surrounding how he was brought back to Nigeria. That moment created major celebration in some parts of the country. But later, the Supreme Court ruled that the case should continue, meaning the charges were restored and the trial moved forward again. That decision changed everything and brought the matter back to the courtroom. Please, before we go further, like this video and subscribe. These updates take time and research, and your support helps us continue bringing you balanced and clear information. As the trial continued, the Federal High Court examined different pieces of evidence, including public broadcasts and witness testimonies. Eventually, the court delivered a conviction on terrorism-related charges. That judgment led to a life sentence. After that, his legal team immediately filed an appeal, insisting that there were legal errors and that his rights were not properly protected during the process. Now, here is where the political temperature begins to rise. Whenever a high-profile case like this reaches the appeal stage, especially with strong public interest, the atmosphere becomes tense. Politicians begin to calculate. Community leaders begin to speak. And advocacy groups increase their campaigns. Everyone begins to ask, what happens next? Supporters argue that his continued detention is affecting peace in parts of the Southeast. They say releasing him could calm tensions and open the door for dialogue. On the other hand, government supporters insist that the rule of law must take its full course and that security matters cannot be handled emotionally. This is why the headline saying political tables turn overnight carries weight. Even without a fresh Supreme Court release, the mere possibility of a successful appeal creates political movement. If an appeal court overturns a conviction, it can reshape alliances, influence public opinion, and change political narratives ahead of future elections. Again, please like this video and subscribe. Stay with us because this story is not just legal, it is political, emotional, and historical. Let us also understand the legal pathway clearly. After conviction at the Federal High Court, the next stage is the Court of Appeal. If the appeal court makes a ruling, either side can still approach the Supreme Court for a final decision. That means the legal process is layered. It does not end quickly. Each stage can take months, sometimes longer. Many people online are sharing bold claims. Some say the United Nations has intervened. Some say international courts have issued deadlines. But until there is an official court pronouncement, such claims remain unverified. It is very important for viewers to separate confirmed court judgments from viral social media posts. Please, if you value accurate updates, like this video and subscribe right now. Another angle to this story is the humanitarian discussion. Says some respected traditional rulers and public figures have urged the federal government to consider political dialogue instead of prolonged legal confrontation. They believe reconciliation could reduce regional tension. But such decisions are sensitive and complex. They involve legal advice, national security assessments, and political considerations. At the same time, there are Nigerians who feel strongly that allowing the judicial process to conclude without interference strengthens democracy. They argue that once a matter is in court, political negotiation should not override judicial independence. This balance between justice and political negotiation is what makes the case so significant. Now, let us talk about the emotional impact. In parts of the Southeast, every court date becomes a major talking point. Social media trends rise quickly. Prayer gatherings are organized. Public commentary increases. Across other regions, debates continue about unity and national identity. The reality is that this case has become bigger than one courtroom. It represents long-standing historical conversations about structure, equity, and inclusion within the Federation. Please do not forget to like and subscribe. Your engagement helps this channel grow and continue delivering clear information. From a political strategy perspective, any major shift in this case could affect party dynamics. Lawmakers from different regions are watching closely. Governors are careful with their statements. Presidential aides are measured in their public responses. And that alone shows how sensitive the situation is. If eventually an appellate court rules in his favor, it could energize supporters and reshape political alliances in the Southeast. If the conviction is upheld firmly, it could reinforce the government's position on national unity and security. Either way, the outcome carries national consequences. Another important point is the international attention the case has received. Legal experts abroad have commented on procedural questions surrounding its transfer to Nigeria years ago. That dimension added global interest to what began as a domestic legal battle. Now, as we continue to follow developments, it is important to remain calm and patient. The courts operate on schedules and procedures. Emotions may run high, but final judgments depend on legal arguments and judicial interpretation. Please like this video and subscribe so you never miss a critical update. Let me simplify this clearly. As of now, there is no confirmed Supreme Court release. The conviction stands while appeals are ongoing. Political discussions are active. Public emotions are strong. The future depends on judicial review and possible political dialogue. That is the real situation. This story continues to evolve, and each court session could bring new developments. The political climate remains watchful. Communities remain hopeful or cautious depending on their perspective.